costume designer Jane Stewart-Brown, who's going to tell me a bit about the original size 0. My challenge is to strap on a whalebone corset from the 1850s. Millions of British women were in the grip of a fashion craze that could be quite literally lethal. And I'm strapping up for 2 whole days. Wow. Do you reckon I could have a go at wearing one?
Definitely. But I have to ask you a few health questions before we go ahead.
Okay.
Are you generally healthy?
Yep.
No persistent cough?
No.
Broken ribs?
No.
Or any sort of car accidents recently?
No.
Okay, well, I think you tick all the boxes. Let's have a go. So you've got a small little waist of 26.5.
26.5.
Which gives us a centimetre measurement of 60 centimetres.
Okay. And my lung capacity will go down a lot as well.
It will.
So it just so happens that I have got 2 pink balloons on me, and I'm going to blow one up now to see what my lung capacity is, and then afterwards we'll see how much it's diminished when I'm in my corset. So here goes. Right, that is my current lung capacity.
There we go.
It looks like some sort of weird torture device, doesn't it?
Well, that's how it'll feel when it's on.
Can I just say, it already feels quite tight, and you haven't done the back up yet.
Yeah.
So, let the big squeeze begin.
Ooh, how am I going to eat my lunch?
Well, a word of advice, although it may feel the wrong thing to do, is keep your corset on at all times, because your body will start to make allowances for this new shape. Let's have a look. Wow, so you've gone down to an amazing 23.5 inches. So in fact, you've lost 3 inches.
Whoa. Okay, it's time to blow up the balloon to see my new lung capacity. Here goes. Welcome to my new reduced lung capacity. That's my old lung capacity, and I've got 48 hours with this one. Let's see how I do.
Right, now I have my more than perfect waist. But how will I manage to wear this thing through my normal working week?
Do you know what? Bending down is a nightmare because I can't bend properly, and that is just digging in. I can see that I'm going to get back in quite quickly.
Just a second.
Professor Stephen King at the Wellcome Collection is an expert on the medical effects of corsets. He's going to monitor my health while I'm encased in this thing.
This should work, yeah. If we take your pulse rate, if you look at that, then you see a normal pulse rate 60 to 80. Yours is almost 100 with almost no exercise. And that can lead to heart attacks and strokes, and did in the past quite regularly.
I can believe it. I feel like I might have a stroke right now, so should we sit back down?
Indeed.
Okay. Just look at that waist. I can't even slouch on the sofa because that's my side view. Even though I've had the corset off for about half an hour, there's still like marks and ridges in my body from where it's been digging in. I mean, I don't know if you can see that there, but that's just from where it's been chafing me all day. As always, women have to suffer. It's an age-old thing. We suffer for our beauty. Okay, well, it's now day 2 of the great corset experiment. It's 7:15 in the morning. I've got up and got ready for work, and I'm about to put the corset on. For some reason, I've expanded in the night.
It's Blue Peter's studio day, and I'm now going to have to wear my corset all day long under hot studio lights.
Okay, 5 minutes to on air, 5 minutes.
Though it feels really awkward and alien to me, Victorian girls were strapped into corsets from the age of 4. The corsets could have devastating effects on their body shape. By the time a Victorian woman had reached my age, she might have chronic back pain and even a contorted spine. Lovely. I just have a very sore back.
I'm feeling really tired. I don't have an appetite in this thing, but I just took a bite of a sandwich now and I can actually feel the food in there. Everything's squished up. It's not good. It doesn't feel good. I think I need to go and see a doctor to find out what this thing is doing to my insides.
It's back to see Professor Stephen King, my medical advisor, to find out just what's going on inside me.
Doctor, I feel faint. I have many symptoms. To start with, I've been wearing this the last 2 days nearly. I'm finding it difficult to eat. When I do eat, it seems to pass out the other end quite quickly, but because I don't have an appetite, I'm not eating much in the first place.
This is not surprising. The impact of the corset is to push up your stomach, your internal organs into your stomach. So you effectively lose about 1/3 of your stomach capacity, as well as some of the blood supply to the stomach. So you should feel less hungry and be less able to digest food. But the other impact is to push up the colon, so that food comes out of your stomach much more quickly. And so you should feel that sort of rise in metabolism.
So faster metabolism?
Absolutely. The other effect is to take your colon to only half the size it should be. So one irregularly shaped piece of food, everything else backs up behind it. Backlog. And then you've got 2 days in which you need to pass that food, and if you don't, your colon elongates and it can eventually explode and you can get a pierced colon.
Exploding intestines?
It's relatively common in the past.
Okay, no irregular shaped pieces of food for me.
Absolutely right.
Oh, now sitting down.
Victorian women risked death for the sake of a corset. But why on earth did they put themselves through all of this?
Connie, what you've got to remember about wearing a corset in Victorian times was that it was all about producing you as the perfect lady, as an upright, tight woman, rather than a loose woman.
I am certainly not a loose woman. No, I'm a lady, and I do ladies' things.
The social pressure to be morally upright was so great that women suffered the pain and risks of wearing a corset for another 70 years before finally freeing themselves from its constraints in the 1920s.
Connie, I think what we take from